All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
I'm Seabass.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Like, I know that I probably drive the furthest on the freeway to get to work out of all of us because you drive in town, right?
Freeway,
and all yours is surface streets too, right?
Right.
So when you're on the freeway and you're doing, say, I don't know, 88, and all of a sudden you see a highway patrol, do you just continue on at 88 and say, fuck it, I'm busted? Or do you try to try to temper it down just a little bit? Do you, like, when I see one, like if I could see him ahead, I'll dip behind like a semi, like towards the back tires to where he can't see me. And as we're crossing him, I'll speed up past the semi so that he can't see the back end of my car. You see what I'm saying? Because my car's kind of small.
So
you know what I mean?
So you want to get a ticket?
Nah.
You're trying to play with fire?
I'm trying to elude getting a ticket.
What you mean, lewd?
Elude, yeah.
Oh.
Be elusive.
But you're actually, when you're saying that you're going to speed up alongside the semi so he doesn't see you.
Right.
So you're actually speeding up.
Right, because
So you're asking for a ticket.
no, because like so here's a semi, right? So the semi is like in the right lane, right? In the slow lane
Okay.
or in the middle lane. And I see the cop coming up ahead, so I dip back just a little bit so that the cop can't see me and he can't hit me with his radar, right? And then as we're getting closer and he can't see me, I speed up so that way by the time we're in front of him, I'm next to the semi and he can't see me. And then as we're passing him, go just a little further up on a semi so he can't see the back end of my car once we pass. Just doing a little Fast and Furious on the freeway.
And again, you're asking for a ticket. Now, here's the deal. I was always taught if you can see the CHP,
Yeah?
they've already seen you.
It's too late, right?
Yeah. They've already seen you. They're trained to see everything. So you trying to sneak around a semi, he already knows what you're doing. So it's up to him at that point.
Whether you want to come get me?
Yeah, exactly.
So what you're saying is, say you are doing 88 on your way home from
Right.
work from Coachella, and there's a cop on the freeway, and you see him, just ride it out?
No. Because, again, he's already seen you. He's already clocked you.
Right?
Whether it be by a gun, comparing it to his speed. Because what they do also is they look at landmarks, how fast it took you to get to this next landmark.
Right.
He could tell. By you continuing that same speed, you're saying, I don't care.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is slow down. And
Admit that you were wrong.
Yeah, and
What?
let him...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And let him say, at that point in time, do I want to write this guy up? He is slowing down. He did see me. I'm just going to let it pass because I'm trying to get home.
So it was a lot easier to continue doing what you were doing back in the day when we first started driving because the headlights didn't turn on automatically, right? Because if you're coming and I'm parked like, you know, a mile and a half ahead of you, and I see you and you have your headlights on and you're going at an even level, and all of a sudden you see me and your fucking front end dips.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, there's a fucking dead giveaway, bitch. You saw me? Woo! Right?
Well,
you're calling me out.
No, because again, you slowed down. That's what gave you the dip.
Yeah, but isn't that like saying I'm
No.
sorry after the fact?
Yeah, but at least you're saying sorry instead of saying,
Man, fuck you.
yeah.
That's a good point.
You know, coming off the 10, going into Palm Springs through Whitewater,
Yeah?
one time it was Mojo, myself, and Manuel. We were coming from somewhere.
I don't know where because I wasn't invited. I'm just kidding.
We were coming back into town.
Okay.
And it was a CHP. I don't even believe I remember this. I don't know if they will. And it was an officer. And I think he was purposely going slow.
Oh, I hate when they
Let's
fucking
say
do
it's
that.
50. He was going 45. So everybody was going 45. Us, cars in front of us, cars behind us, just cruising. And you know it's a long, winding road.
Right.
At one point, somebody just said, forget this. Another car. And just started speeding up, going to the speed limit. And sure enough, lights went on, pulled the dude over. We were just busting up laughing.
Wow.
And at that point, you know, we were able to take off and
enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Wow, what a bunch of douches.
Because I think it was one of those, because everyone was going the same speed limit.
Right.
Anybody going any faster is a dead giveaway.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like you you got to go with the flow of traffic, and you were trying to. That's why I pulled him over. I would think.
That's janky, dude.
Gotta fill their quotas, man.
Did you used to when you roll on the freeway, every time you're about to hit an overpass, slow down.
Oh yeah, turn, look around.
Yeah, and then as soon as you pass it, you
gun it again. Yeah. Yep.
But then again,
they already got you.
they already got you. It happened to me once. I was doing that, and as soon as I hit the overpass, he started picking up speed, and got me. And I slowed down right then, but again, but then again, I don't know if they still have planes.
They do down. There's a stretch down there in Coachella before I get off the freeway that's monitored by airplane.
Because there used to be right here too in Palm Desert.
Right.
I remember seeing them a couple of times.
And they can ticket you from the air, right? Because they use landmarks.
I think they radio it down. Get that red Toyota. He's passing on Monterey right now.
Shit, he already at Jackson. Whatever, dude.
Did you get busted?
No. Thankfully, I didn't. But I was thinking, I passed him and I was like, oh, fuck. And I thought, all right, I'm waiting. I kept looking in the rearview mirror for a little dust up off the freeway, you know what I mean? Because what happened was I waited long enough. I was going. I was like, well, fuck, if I see him pull off, I'm going to dip off the freeway and go get on another side and come up the other way, right? I figured, fuck, I'll hit surface streets, like, whatever. You know what I mean? And but luckily I didn't see no dust up, so I was like, all right, cool, I made it home, all right.
But again, if he wants you, he's gonna get you.
Well, I'm gonna make him work for it. I'm just not gonna like pull over and be like, look, sir, my bad.
One time while I was working in the city streets, there was a city vehicle. Had the like City of Palm Springs the logo on the side. Pulled up right alongside me. And was like right next to me as we were driving, like let's say down Farrell.
Okay.
And which I thought was really weird. And so I made a right, and he slowed down quickly, and then he started to follow me, which I thought was really weird.
Yeah.
So I pulled over, and he pulled up right behind me. I waited. Again, city vehicle. It's not a cop car.
Right.
He didn't get out. It's like, huh. So I threw it in drive and took off again. And he followed me. Next thing I know, 3 cop cars are coming. They pulled me over in the Stater Brothers parking lot, which is on the corner of Sunrise and Vicino.
Okay.
Pull me over. Tell me to get out.
And because you mad dark.
You do look suspect, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, they were telling me that the guy in the public work, it wasn't public works, it was something else, said I was drinking while I was driving. And I was like, what are you talking about? And so that's all they were. Yeah, it was a Diet Coke at the time. Which I guess
that's a gray can.
Yeah,
it may have looked like a Budweiser back in the day.
Coors Light.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Are you guys being serious right now?" And they're like, and they were going through my truck, looking for the beer can. I was heated. So what I did was I walked over to the the dude that was following me.
Right.
I started yelling at him through the because he rolled up his window, and I started yelling at him. I was pissed. Because now I'm also embarrassed because everybody's watching.
Yeah. Right.
So,
as you made it worse by going there and yelling at him, but that's cool.
Pretty much. Hey, female cop had to calm me down. Hey, sir, calm down. I was like, no, what are you talking about? You wasting my time. I'm drinking a Diet Coke. There's the can right there. And they, let me go.
But that's why he got allowed, because it was pissed. A girl cop trying to show out.
No, there was 3 cop cars, I'm telling you.
Ooh-wee.
One in front of me, one behind me. They blocked me in.
Tough guy. It must. Got to go get this guy.
Right.
So last week we didn't get a chance to record. I know your son was coming to town, right?
We were supposed to record on Monday.
Right.
And,
what? Did he make it?
Yeah, he made it, but he actually came in earlier. He was supposed to come in at 10.
Oh, okay.
And what had happened was when he got to the airport, he actually texted me. He's like, "Be by your phone. I think something's going to happen with the flight." So I texted him back. I was like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "I checked in my bags, and all these other people that have been checked in, they're making a lot of calls." like trying to get other flights.
Oh shit!
And you know, with the airlines right now, everything's getting crazy.
Right.
So, maybe 10 minutes later, he texted me again. Maybe half an hour. He said he checked in, so everything seemed to be cool.
Right on.
Half an hour later, he calls me. Flight's been delayed an hour and a half.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
So he's like, he had an hour and a half layover in Dallas. Now, I don't know if you ever been to the Dallas airport.
I have.
It's humongous.
It is.
And you got to take like monorails to different terminals.
They got a
Holy
dope ass
shit.
bar right in the middle of it, though,
Do they?
right? Yeah.
Of course.
I don't know, because every time we've gone through there, we've had to rush to get to the next gate.
Oh,
Because, you know, you got an hour and a half layover, but, you know, they board a half an hour before the flight.
right.
So you actually have an hour, if that. I mean, in his situation, he would have had an hour to get there.
Right.
So he says the layover is an hour and a half. And I was like, you're not going to make the next flight. There's no way in the world you're going to make the next flight. I said, who's the next flight with? And it was the same airline. So I said, go ahead and go to the counter now and start, hey, what do I do? I'm not going to make that flight once I get to Dallas. Is there another plane you could put me on, you know, after I land? So he says, well, what happens if they don't have anything? And I was like, son.
I guess we see you an hour and a half later.
No, it's more like you might have to sleep there.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
if there's no other flights, what are you going to do?
Right.
They're going to get you home, but now it becomes
On their schedule.
next availability, all that kind of good stuff. So he, about maybe 45 minutes later, he texts me back. He's like, maybe not even that long. He says, they got me on another flight. I'm actually going to be home by 8 o'clock. They're rounding me through Phoenix, and they're going to put me, I'll be landing at 8 o'clock. That's when I kind of texted you and said, yo, I'm not going to make
Can't
it
do it,
'cause,
right.
yeah, 8 o'clock, he's going to land. So he did. Everything worked out great. So I'm talking to him like, so, you know, when you got to the ticket counter, you know, were you being nice to them? How'd they get you on a flight so soon? So this is a world that I've never been in,
Okay.
that he's going to be going into, which I'm proud of him for. I mean, because this is some boss level shit now.
Okay.
While he's in line waiting to go talk to the ticket agent, he got a text from the travel department from the company he was working for that says, do you need help with your itinerary?
Get out.
Dog. So he just replied yes. He said within a minute they called him. We see that your flight has been delayed and that you're not going to make the next flight. Would you like us to look into getting you on a different flight to get home? And he was like, yeah. They whatever they were doing. They said, okay, you're at gate such and such. We need you to get to gate such and such right now because they're going to start boarding. As soon as you get there, give them your ticket, give them your name, tell them that you've been reaccommodated, and they'll take care of you. Sure enough, and that's how he got home so much sooner, because that flight was leaving right then to Phoenix, because instead of Dallas,
Right.
it was going to Phoenix. In Phoenix, he was going to have like a half an hour layover and get home. And I was like, the company did that? He's like, yeah, it just popped up like that. And I was like, that's baller right
That's
there.
gangster shit right
Dog.
there. Yeah.
Because, like I said, I'm telling him, be prepared. You might have to sleep there. You might be like in all these TV news reports, people sleeping in airports, da-da-da. But for them to contact him and then come
And
to
then
find
get
out.
home 2 hours early.
2 hours, yeah, exactly. Then to find out, the company sent him did he say Uber Black to take him to the airport?
Oh, wow.
Dog.
Wow. They know how to take care of their people. That's dope.
Man. Or is there anything other than just a regular Uber?
I think it's Uber X, right?
I have no idea.
Well, yeah, it was like a SUV that took him because of his
Uber
luggage and
Plus.
stuff. Dog.
Wow.
That's
That's an
player
Uber
shit
Uber.
right there.
I gotta tell you, the only time I've been anywhere near that, I flew from Sacramento to Miami. Was it when I went to Miami or was it when I went to Dallas?
Oh,
Anyways, I think it was Dallas, and I got off the airplane, and there was a dude standing in front of a. When I came out, he was standing in front of an Escalade, and he had my name on an iPad,
Oh, is that right?
standing there. I was like, "Oh, Mr. Lopez, let me grab your bag for you." Blah blah. Go ahead and step right in, sir. There's beverages there waiting for you. And blah. I was like, "Ain't that a fun? Yeah, we cool now. Shoot, we up to something." Yeah, but that's dope, dude. That's fucking. That's some status right there.
Yeah. And then I spoke to someone else, and that's what they were pretty much saying. They're like, companies like that, where they're sending employees, executives, like places all the time. They just have their own department that handles that and make sure. I guess they get their daily run. Who's supposed to be where? Is anything going on with those flights? Is anything but delayed? What do we have to do to get them there as soon as possible? Type deals.
That's pretty. If that were me, if I was your son, that would make me rethink not going back to work for them.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be like, shit.
Sign me up, coach.
Yeah, we need to hurry up and go ahead and graduate. I need to go back to Chicago.
He wants to go back. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, he's already telling us that he thinks he's going to wind up there.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, whether it's with this company or another. In other words, he's looking for a company that's hiring there. How's that?
Right. Oh, good for him, dude. That's awesome. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever had a company ever pamper me like that. Like, that's huge.
Right.
You know what I mean? Jeez almighty. So like on Saturday we had gone to your house and you had a little get together, right?
Right.
And I bring this up because I know that you gave me a bunch of shit about pictures and that I didn't give you graduation pictures and that you wanted to have one.
Okay.
Why didn't we give any? Blah blah. What?
Okay. I didn't give you shit that you didn't give me a graduation picture.
Yes, you asked for one directly.
I did. Mm-hmm. But I was giving you shit because, A, you didn't even order any pictures to give out to people.
Yeah.
That's
expensive.
Man,
it's a single family income, dog. You know what I'm saying? I border EBT, bro.
You could have got the wallets and then made copies yourself.
Well, I did one better. Remember,
he made copies.
Yeah.
All right.
I ordered you your own personal 8x10.
Yep.
And then I printed out a picture of Sebastian from his graduation.
From where?
Albeit on regular paper inside because I didn't have any
regular paper. Your ink was smushing.
It was blown out. My dad was photoshopped out of the picture.
No, I didn't think he wanted me in the picture. It was about you guys. So, but I must say, he said that he was going to have it up in his house for a good 6 months or something like that.
And here's the funny thing I'm glad that you two noticed it, and I think that's mainly because
he was looking for it.
Where we had it,
right?
We were initially sitting in that room, whereas once more guests showed up, we moved it to the backyard, so the fellas couldn't notice it.
Oh no, the fellas noticed it.
Oh, did they?
I believe it was. I believe it was either Rob. I think it was Rob that noticed it. No, who was there with us early?
Luis was.
Oh, it was Luis that noticed.
Okay.
Because he walked in and he's talking and you're talking to him and I could see him like lean his head over and look down and look at him. He didn't say anything.
My dumbass. Who's Luis?
Yeah, right.
It's Lou.
Yeah, Big Lou.
Well, we overstepped something. They were both your sons in their own graduation pictures. Were in this beautiful frame.
It was a very nice frame.
In the center of a shelf.
Okay.
I've never had such prime real estate before.
And here, speaking of the shelf, here's the funniest shit that happened. My son has my wife's personality.
Okay.
My daughter has my personality.
Okay.
He looks like me, she looks like her, but personalities are reversed.
Okay.
And I think I mentioned this a while back that they each did something in this last year that made me realize they're older. They're going to be all right. If you remember, my dog fell in the spa.
Right.
And my son and it was Christmas Eve, and he jumped in and pulled her out.
Okay.
Which I was surprised that he didn't wait for me to do it. You know what I mean? That type of deal. He just jumped in. So that kind of
those instincts are kicking in.
Yeah, it was like, oh, he's gonna be all right.
I got you.
So again, his personality is like my wife's. So the next day, which is Tuesday, when I got home from work, him and I were talking in that same room.
Right.
And to the left of those pictures, we had a table which we had the food on.
Right.
So it's the same wall, just on the left side of that shelving thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we usually keep a bench there. But we move the bench. Whenever we're having a party, we move the bench, bring in a table, because that's where we like to put the food and stuff.
Right.
So the bench came back. So he was sitting on the bench, and I was in the kitchen, and him and I were talking. So I was asking him about Chicago and work and da-da-da. So we're, conversations go on 10, maybe 15 minutes. And in the middle of the conversation, he goes, ho, wait a minute, wait. I was like, what's up? He goes, he didn't even look. He just pointed. Who are those kids? Dog. I was dying laughing, right? And I was chuckling. But then he hits me, and this is where I was like, that's totally me. And he goes, and why do they get their own shelf? Man, he had me dying when he said that. I was like, man, I didn't think he had it in him like that.
That's pretty damn funny, dude.
I had to explain to him how Mingo's too cheap to get his kids graduation pictures, and how
I'm on an 8.5 by 11.
Yep.
It's bigger than your brother's. He's on an 8 by 10.
I'm bigger than my brother.
That's
I
why
have to be on an 8.5.
That's why you needed the prime real estate.
And I said, with them coming over Saturday night, I had to show him how it should have been done once they graduated. And I even told him, son, how when you graduated and your sister, how we got like 10 poses of the biggest package and all that stuff. I said, Mingo, he didn't even bother to get a wallet size of these kids. He was like, really? I was like, yeah. I said, so I had to show him out.
What did he say to that?
Nothing.
He was all right with it after that?
Yeah. He's probably just wondering when they're going to come down, though.
He's got a picture. Wait, don't be tripping when you go home and he put a picture in front of them. His own picture. They're talking shit to one of his...
But
dog,
my dad
like
never... It was like, hey, how's work? Yeah, the weather was good. I go, wait. Who are those kids? And like I said, dude, didn't move his head, just looked at me and pointed at them. And I knew exactly what he was talking about.
That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, they kind of stand out on that shelf. Like, it's, you know what I mean? We know those are not yours. Like, fucking hilarious. I was going to ask you, or actually I was going to tell you, you got me fucked up. And I'll tell you why. I have never had a problem going to the fucking dentist. And ever since you talked about, I have to go under and I have to blah, blah, blah. I need to change dentists. I don't know what the fuck happened in my dentist office, but the hygienist they have is fucked up. The last time I went, it was a girl that was doing it, and she was like, dude, I tell them when I say, hey, I have a low gag reflex, like, keep all that shit away from the back of my mouth. Like, you know what I mean? You can put the little hook on the side of my mouth.
Right.
I'll tell you, I'll put my hands up, let you know I got to fucking spit out, whatever, right? The last time this girl was there, blah, 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 like she was trying to jab that little dangly thing at the back of bitch, this ain't the WAP song. Keep that shit away from me, right? So then that happened a while ago, and I just went back for a cleaning this last week. And I'm sitting there, and I tell the person, hey, I have a low gag reflex. Just don't get too far back.
So is this a new person who's going to work on you?
Yeah, there's a new person.
Okay.
Never seen this person before, blah, blah, blah. So, all right, cool. So cleaning, and it's hanging on the edge of my mouth. And all of a sudden, the person takes it out and starts, like, I tell him, I said, hey, look, when you start doing the teeth in the back, just tell me where I need to move my tongue, and I'll move it. That way, you're not having to put the tongue depressor thing on it, or the magnifying or the mirror on it. You know what I mean? The magnifying glass. Put the mirror on it to hold my tongue down. Okay. So he tell me, and I'm able to move my tongue over and back to the other side, and then all of a sudden he's done cleaning. He's done cleaning, and then the motherfucker he jabs that fucking thing. Hey, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you don't have to. Just put it right there where it's at, and I'll fucking close my lips and let the shit. Like, you don't need to jam that thing down my throat, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, I'm so sorry. Blah blah blah. So okay, so he's sitting there and he's finishing up finally, right?
You just kidding?
No, and then the motherfucker at the end of the thing says, "Well, you do some pretty fancy tricks with that tongue."
Oh, that's fucking.
I was like, I don't get stunned too often, but that shit had me. I was like,
But him hitting you in the back of the throat and telling you your tongue is magical.
yeah, right. Was like, what the fuck? So yeah, I said that's what the ladies always said. I was like, all right, I gotta go now.
So, are you cleaning? How long does it take you to clean your teeth?
Oh, like fucking half an hour, maybe. I guess
Really? How often do you go?
every 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Because, dude, my teeth are trash, kid.
Really,
I'm on that chair for an hour.
really.
Yeah.
And you go every 6 months?
I go like every 3 to 4.
Really?
That's how bad mine are.
Wow.
Shit.
Shit just sticks to him.
I guess I don't brush. I don't floss.
I
I shouldn't say that. I do floss while I'm working. 'Cause I got those spears.
Oh, okay.
But at home I don't.
Right.
But my teeth are real bad.
Wow.
And like I said, I can't take that scraping, the sounds.
Well, here's what's. So, I go this last time that I went. It was because they were putting a cap that had fallen off. Right. So the lady says, "Hey," so she tries the cap on. She says, I just gotta trim a little bit. You mind if I try doing it without any kind of numbing agent? Like, yeah, I'm cool. I can take fucking pain. I'm good. Go ahead. So she starts boy, she hit that motherfucking nerve, bro.
Oh, she had to shave down your tooth?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I about jumped out that motherfucker. I was like, ooh. She's, okay. That's sensitive right there. That's all right. I'm done with that part. I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the other part. If you feel anything, let me know. I was like, yeah, I think I want some numbing shit already. Like, that shit fucking hurt.
Oh, dude.
So she starts, she did the whole fucking, every time I jumped, that's okay, I'm done with that part. I'm going to move over. You fucking bitch. And she did the whole fucking tooth and then sent me home. So this dude's doing my teeth. He says, well, I'm going to go ahead and try to do it without any kind of numbing agent. No, fuck that.
Yeah, no.
My insurance covers that shit. Put all that numbing agent that you can. Oh, fuck that.
Dude, if they had to do something like that to one of my teeth, like shave it down, you bring in an anesthesiologist?
Anesthesiologist?
Dude, because I'm going, I don't even want to know about it.
Really?
I will have a heart attack.
Jesus Christ.
And I specifically said somebody knew was working on you. Because at my dentist, I've told them, if you ever get rid of her, the lady that takes care of me, her name's Ruth. If Ruth ever leaves, I'm going with her. So just so long as you guys know, because she knows me, she knows what. Hey, I walk in, she's like, "Hi, Mr. Pacheco, I got your nitrous right here." I'm like,
Wow.
"Thank you, Ruth.
Wow.
Thank you." I can't do it.
That's crazy. Yeah, you know what? It's never really bothered me before, dude. Like, I can go in and, usually they'll do shit to me, or when they're doing a cleaning, like, sometimes they'll slip and stab the gum or whatever, or when they do the test to see how deep the pockets are. It'll hurt a little bit. But man, these motherfuckers have been killing me lately. What the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Do you use a water pick or anything?
No, I do have an electric toothbrush, but I don't use it often enough. And those work.
What's that? The electric toothbrush?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Dude,
break shit
badass,
out
yeah.
that
Yeah, exactly.
you didn't know, right?
The vibration.
Mhm.
Yeah, they really do
The
work.
water pick really works too. Get between the teeth.
Yeah, I think one day I was doing something and I had some shit right above the gum, and I was brushing, and then at one point it finally came off.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, if I had a water pick,
It'd be a lot easier, right?
shot it off.
Yeah.
like, right from the gate.
The one I have is nice. I don't know if it works the way it's supposed to, or if maybe I just don't know how to use it right. Like, But if you maybe I have it on too powerful, but god damn, I put it on and I can right away. I got a mouthful of fucking water. I got to turn, spit it all out and shit. I'm like, fuck, dude, what the fuck?
Well,
I feel like what
you're probably using it wrong, like you said. And the reason I say that is because the electric toothbrush I've had it for years,
right.
And it wasn't until about maybe 2 years ago that I figured out there's it stops for a second and then starts back up.
Right.
You know what that's for?
That's because you're pushing too hard.
No. So you don't know either.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least on mine.
Damn.
Right.
It's 30 seconds.
Oh, so you know to switch places.
There's 4 30-second intervals once you turn it on. So you're in one quadrant, and then when it stops and starts again, you're supposed to switch to the next one.
Oh, I didn't fucking know that.
I didn't know that either.
Nice.
That's
Look at
like
that.
there's like the song toothbrushes that'll play a song for like 2 minutes, and then when it's over, you know you're done.
Right.
Those are for like little kids, though.
Oh, I never even heard of that.
You really?
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
Really?
Yeah.
I had one that was Kiss.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
You go to the dentist?
Yeah.
Regularly?
Not as regularly as I should, but every time I've gone, I've been okay.
Dude, go to the dentist.
He got teeth like me though that no matter what you put it through, they don't go bad.
Really?
But Milo's.
Oh,
He
yeah,
could look at
Milo's had
he-
cavities.
He could look at candy and get a cavity.
Really?
And the kid loved candy. You know what I mean?
Dude, you gotta take care of those teeth. Oh.
Your teeth, your feet, and your ass. The 3 things you need to not worry about how much you're spending on doing it, and make sure you're buying the good shit. I'm telling you,
I
dude.
can't stand you.
Fucking toilet paper. You gotta buy the good shit, dude. None of that fucking
You can
thin
use
shit.
the single ply. You just have to double up.
Single ply? You like fingering your ass, Tony?
No, I'm just saying you just have to double it up enough to where. And don't get me wrong, I don't get it. I'm just saying.
Okay, then you can't use that. It's like fucking sandpaper.
That's why you gotta put some water on it.
Then your fingers
Just buy
slip through.
wet wipes.
Yeah, fuck that. Just get a bidet and use
You
the
bougie enough? Buy yourself some wet wipes, Tony.
get a bidet and just use that one ply just to dry your ass.
Have you ever seen the contraption, the adapter that'll turn your?
I almost bought one.
I shouldn't say I almost bought one. I've looked into them.
I bought one, but it was when all the toilet paper was fucking
Oh, yeah.
being gone.
You bought one?
I bought one.
Okay.
But so many people had gone on to buy one that it was fucking back ordered. So I just fucking canceled it because after a while I was able to find toilet paper. So I was like, well, fuck, I don't, you know what I mean? But it's a lot cleaner. So I mean, that's what they do in fucking.
Yeah, it is. My only concern is if it malfunctions and then you got a flood. Because you attach it to the supply line of the water
Right.
coming out of the wall.
Right.
So that's my only concern.
Yeah, I could see that. But I don't think the likelihood of that. I mean, it could happen.
Oh, did I ever tell you in my bedroom my bedroom flooded?
No? Are you sure it just did? Was it when you were still standing up peeing and you didn't just miss the toilet?
The funny thing is, it was during the time of year where it was nice and cool out,
Right.
and so all of the sliding door was my back sliding door was open. So I was in the kitchen washing dishes, and my dog sometimes she likes to chill in my room. All of a sudden, dude, she ran outside. I'm talking booked it. It's gone like to where I noticed. I was like, damn.
She thought she did something wrong, huh?
At this point in time, I don't know. You know.
Right.
So, still doing my business in the kitchen, whatever. Walking in my bedroom, dude, carpet's flooding. I run into the bathroom, it's flooded. I run outside thinking, no, what had happened was, now that I remember right, I went outside to go get her or go play with her or something. I walked out and I saw water coming out of my sliding door from my master bedroom.
Oh, no way.
So I ran to the master bedroom, saw that it was flooded, ran back out because right above it, we have a swamp cooler on the roof.
Okay.
So I thought maybe that was leaking. So I'm looking at the walls and nothing's coming down. So I go back into the master bedroom, and sure enough, my toilet, what had happened was the supply line,
The little hose?
the little hose broke and just ripped.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it was your dog.
Horrible. No, she wouldn't. She didn't.
No.
It was just old. So every once in a while, replace that little hose. It's not gonna last forever, unless you get the steel braided ones. Even those will probably not last forever.
Yeah.
Either.
Well,
Yeah.
shit. I just had to. I replaced. So I have the line from the street that comes in, and it comes across, and then you have the shutoff valve in the backyard. Well, all that's all PVC. And I had a little leak right there. The other day I woke up and all this shit was flooded right here. And I was like, what the fuck? I thought it was a pool. But it wasn't. It was that line. So I went and I dug it up. And I've never had fucking luck with plumbing. I fucking hate plumbing. I can do just about anything in the house. I'm willing to try anything out. I'll even fuck with electricity before I fuck with water, dude. I don't. Water is just, it's always been bad luck for me, right? So I dug it out and I could see what was going on. So I had somebody come out, right? Dude, the guy's sitting there and he's looking at it. And I was like, well, I said, there's a little bit of mold or algae growing around the PVC pipe. So that means it's leaking through there a little bit. It's seeping out. So let's go ahead and if we're going to do it, go ahead and change that out. Okay. Well, we'll change it to copper and blah, blah, blah. And as soon as he said copper, I thought this is going to be fucking expensive. So with a straight face, the guy looks at me and says, $1,623.
What?
I said, you got to be fucking kidding me. Get out of my yard, dude. Like literally, that's what I said. Get out of my yard, dude.
I shouldn't even trip. If that's his price, I mean, I understand if you don't want to pay it.
Right. And I was like, that's a couple pieces of fucking PVC, bro. He said, yeah, but I'm going to change it to all copper because if I change it to PVC, you're going to have to change it again in another 5 years once it rots out. He says, plus I have to put, you should have a regulator here. You should have a spout here. You should have this. I said, all right, look. I said, if you can do it for $1,000 and you do this and all copper and you do this and you fix the line that was broken, we'll do it. So, but if you can't get me to $1,000, I'll fucking go and buy the PVC and do it myself. And he said, all right, hold on. A couple minutes later, he said, all right, I'll do it for $1,000.
Everything that he wanted to do to begin with.
Mm-hmm. He did it for $1,000.
He has no luck with water,
Dog.
but he has luck with people that move
That's
the water.
crazy.
But that just goes to show you there has to be a massive amount of fucking markup to be able to say, okay, well, fuck it, I can do it for, all right, I'll do it for $1,000. Like, come on. He still didn't lose any fucking money.
No, he didn't lose. No, I wouldn't say he didn't lose money. I mean, his time is his money.
Right.
But the fact is, for him to even come down almost 50%
Right.
of his quote.
It's huge, right?
Dude, that's humongous. I can see, all right, I'll take 10% off. What's that, $160?
Yeah.
But 50%? No, that's what messes it up for everybody.
Why?
Because
That's good customer service.
No, 50%?
That's not 50%.
Dog.
That's like 30%.
No, it's a lot more than 30.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
What?
1,600. 5 goes into 15 3 times.
No, dog,
so it's
no.
like 33%.
$1,600.
Divided by 1,000.
Did he really say that 1,000 is 50% of 1,600?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's pretty
33%.
close.
No, it's 33%. It's
I'm
not
retarded
close.
at math, and I know it's not 50%.
Because 5 goes into 15 3 times. That gives you 30. And then it goes into 6. 5 goes into 6 3 times.
Hold on.
Wait, the other way around.
5 goes into 16 3 times?
It's more like closer to 40%.
Bullshit.
Dog. I just did 40%. Takes off $640. And he told you 623.
I'm tripping. It's 30-something%. No way it's 40.
I said it's almost 40. But it ain't 30.
But you also said
You know what?
You also said 1,000 taking 500 off was almost 50%.
I'm just going by. I'm just rounding my numbers. The fact still remains. He should have never went down that.
Do you know
far.
how to round numbers?
Hell yeah. Dog, I'd say good luck, Mr. Lopez.
Yeah, I'm glad that he didn't. The guy did a really good job, dude.
Yeah, I see it when I leave. But
and that
he should have never came down there like that.
That poor guy. Well, the guy's only been doing it for like 2 years that did it. The guy, the tech that they left behind, they were like, "Hey, you sure you can handle that?" Oh, yeah. And then he explained it back to me. No, like this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got it. I was like, fuck me. So I'd come out and check on him every once in a while. Dude was here 6 hours, bro.
Which is why they said $1,600.
But it was because he was a journeyman. He wasn't, he wasn't a full-fledged plumber
no,
yet.
that's why they left you the journeyman.
Yeah, right. I mean, I felt bad. The dude went and had some rickety ass fucking tent up for shade, and he had put all the, you know what I mean. And he's sitting there with it because it's copper, so you gotta solder all the shit, right? So he's sitting there heating up all the fucking copper and putting solder on there on top of it being like fucking 115 and humid. And
Right.
I could come in. Hey, dude, you need any water? You good? You all right? Yeah, no, I got my water right here. I'm like, okay. Hey, man, if you need anything, you come knock on that door, dude. You want to come sit inside for a minute? Come knock on the door, dude. All right. Like, fuck. But,
I mean, I'm happy for you. You got that price down, but dog, he should have never done it.
that's why I'm not saying who it was. That's not, you know what I mean?
We don't need to get homie fired.
Yeah. It might have been his business.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So, I'm glad that he did it. I appreciate it. That's good looking out. And they did a great job. But shit's expensive, dude. Fuck. Oh, and then copper's fucking expensive right now too. That's why you see all these crackheads ripping fucking street lights out and stealing copper everywhere they can.
Yeah, copper's always been good money, but now, it's crazy.
It's up there, right?
Yeah, just like wood.
Has wood prices come down yet?
I don't think so.
Because
Not
fuck,
yet.
a sheet of plywood went from fucking $10 to $75 or some shit overnight. They said that it's there's no shortage. It's being delivered again. It's just going to take a while for it to come back down to the consumer. But what's going to happen is these motherfuckers are going to pay. Well, fuck, they're paying that price. They're willing to pay that price. Keep it there. Why are they going to drop it back down for?
Well, yeah, of course. I don't see prices coming down. You never go back.
Some bullshit.
Never go back. I just found out one of the reasons why we were having a liquid chlorine shortage.
Because of the borax place out in back east, right?
No.
Why?
Because the local, when I say local, whatever's on the West Coast.
Okay. So there's a borax place out in Mojave, going towards Mojave.
Okay. Well, the plant that makes the chlorine in bottles and stuff,
Right.
I was told that they got new machines. They were supposed to be more efficient and a lot faster for making and bottling the chlorine. Well, the problem was the machines that they already had, they sold off parts for parts.
Okay.
So they got the new machines, so they sold off some parts of the old machines.
That they needed.
No. What they needed was a lot of people who knows how to run the machines, because apparently some of them quit. Some of them didn't come in because of COVID, and some of them got fired.
Oh, shit.
So they were like scrambling to get people to run these machines that they didn't know how, but then they couldn't revert back to the old machines because they were in pieces. So, dog.
Wow.
So, I mean, they kicked themselves in the foot. They shot themselves in the foot by getting these new machines ready for summer when they were going to have to start pumping it out. And it just backfired on them.
Wow. That's crazy.
Dog.
Is it back in order, though? Like,
It's
getting there?
it's getting there. It's
Okay.
not 100%, but it's more like 80.
Okay.
Maybe even 85.
Are you sure it's 80% now?
Right? Jeez. I think for this year, for Christmas, I'll buy you a calculator. Keep that motherfucker with you
Why? He's got
all
one
the
on his
time.
phone. He can't work.
Hey, for Christmas, I'm gonna get you a lucky rabbit's foot.
I don't need it. I'm good.
Yeah, he's lucky enough. I'm right here, Tony. The whole time. Don't forget.
Right? Shit. He's the one that hates me for being lucky. Can't be mad at that. This kid every time. Fuck, I hate you.
You heard you heard the story about Quentin Tarantino speaking of hating your parents?
I don't
What
hate
the
him.
fuck?
Jesus.
Oh, you do, but it's okay.
If I hated him, I wouldn't be here.
Yes.
Don't try to drive a wedge, motherfucker. I see you.
Right? Angry.
You hear what
So-
he did?
He went on and said something about not giving his mama no money ever,
Yeah,
right?
kid. Do you think he was right?
I don't know why he said he wasn't going to. I don't know.
Well, apparently, while he was in school, it didn't say the story didn't say what grade level he was,
Okay.
but he was a poor student.
Okay.
Instead of doing classwork, homework, all that kind of stuff,
Uh-huh.
he was writing stories for movies.
Okay.
School contacts the mom. Little Quentin's not doing his homework. He's not doing this. He just seems to be off in his own world, writing scripts and da-da-da. Wants to be a movie writer, what have you. So the mom got on him. You need to stop this. You need to crack down on those books. Your grades are suffering, da-da-da. But I guess what he remembered was she told him something along the lines of, and this little writing thing you're doing, and he said that she did in quotations, you need to cut that shit out because it ain't going to work for you type deal.
Right.
You're not going to go anywhere type deal. So at that point, he said he told himself if he were to ever make it, he'll never give her a dime.
Good.
Good for him.
You think that's right?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
her.
Don't worry, Tony. You ain't got to worry about that. You give your kids all kind of shit. They're paying you back.
Hey, that's my retirement plan. kid.
Hell yeah.
But anyways,
I'm gonna come live with you
hold on a
because
second. How is that right though?
Because she was dog shitting on his fucking dream.
well,
First of all,
it's not right. It's not
what's not right?
That he's not giving her a dime or the way she treated him.
the way she treated him.
Good.
Okay, hold on a second. The way she treated
Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
out of emotion, I could see her saying this. Okay, well, hold on.
Didn't even fucking say anything.
You was
man.
about to.
I was taking a breath.
You
Jesus
guys are
Christ.
eye signaling each other again.
Mm-hmm.
But she needed him to crack the books because he was flunking out of school.
Right.
If Seabass told you while he was in school, I'm going to be a guitar player for the best rock and roll band in the world, I don't need school, would you have told him, no, you need to crack your books? Would you not have said that?
No, I said, rock on, Ozzy. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck yeah, I would have told him that.
I mean, I understand this little guitar thing you're doing. Yes,
I think that was more of the.
Yeah, I get it. I get that, but I think that was based more out of emotion. And I'm not saying it's right, but
Right,
you know.
because at whatever age she told it to him, it obviously had an adverse effect because he's still rocking it.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, again, so now, do you not see where she was coming from as a parent?
I do, but it's not about the hey, you need to study, you need to make sure that you get your education first. Look, I understand you want to write. There's nothing wrong with that. You can do that, but you have to do this
now you have to
first.
focus on school.
Well, hold on a
There's a
sec.
different way to go about it than
There
how she
is.
did.
But what happens if this is like the 50th time? Are you still going to be, oh, Seabass, you need to really put the guitar down
He
for a
wasn't
second."
like that the first time either.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, I'd be like, hey, look, I can't take him no more. Come pick up your son.
No, that's what your ex-wife.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was playing her when I said that.
Milo, what if he would have said, Pops, I'm going to be a basketball star?
Dude, he said he wanted to be a fucking rap star.
You see what I'm saying? And did you ever tell him, no,
Yeah.
you need to crack those books?
Goddamn right.
At least graduate first.
Yep.
See what
Yes,
I'm-
but he didn't say this little rap thing that you're doing is going to get you
did
nowhere.
I didn't say it like that. I may have said something to, hey, listen, I know that you want to do this, but if you want to do it, why don't you go to school and get your business management degree so when you go and sign up with somebody that you're not getting fucking taken advantage of.
He went about it productively, not negatively,
Yes.
as you should as a parent.
Yes, but what if it's the 50th time? Are you still going to be that easygoing about it?
I don't think you can at that point.
So we don't know what point Quentin Tarantino's mom was at. So again,
It doesn't matter because he's like one of the biggest directors.
which is
ever.
why he should be kicking her down some money.
He should not be kicking shit.
He should.
He
That's
should be
his
kicking
mom.
her ass to the curb.
No. That's
His
still
mom
your
was dog shitting on her dream. On his
let's
dream.
flip the script. Hold on a second. So do you think it's right for him being a multi-millionaire not kicking his mom down any money?
Yeah.
Really?
She didn't make it.
What if she was in
She didn't
need?
make the money.
You guys are wrong.
Why?
Man.
He's the one that continued on his dream, even though
Despite what his shit mother said.
right. Even
Yes.
though she tried to shit on him, not by telling him that he needed to go to school, but your little writing thing you got going on, that's not going to do anything for you.
Because while I'm putting all these clothes
no,
on your
I let
back
you
and
talk.
food
I
in
let
your
you talk.
belly-
Now it's my turn. It's not the way this works. Okay. I think that had she gone about it differently, then yeah. But you know what? She didn't support him the way he needed to be supported. The problem is that, again, that's that whole communication shit that we talk about. Everybody's got a different way of communicating. And yes, I'm not saying that you don't get frustrated. I mean, you were at the kitchen table when you saw me lose my shit. You know what I mean? Like, it happens because you're so vested. You're so into it with these children. But at the same time, these kids, they're going to take it the way they take it. And what they decide to do after that, your job is to get them to that point, is to graduate and go to school and all that. But, sometimes it's going to be a rough road. Not every kid is made for that.
Right.
Right? But should he give her anything? Why? He made it all on his own, right? He went through and he did all of his writings and he made his movies and he did all those things despite his mother trying to come down on him and crack on him to go to school.
Okay. She took care. Well, let's just assume she took care of him from the time he was born until he at least was 18 or graduated high school.
Okay.
Emotionally and financially.
So how much are you charging your children?
This ain't about me.
Oh,
This is
well,
about
yeah,
Quentin
sure it
Tarantino.
Well,
is.
now it is because it's all about all parents who take care of all their
Well,
kids.
let me finish
No,
what
no,
I'm
no.
saying.
It's about all their kids. It's about all parents taking care of all their kids like that, right? So
Yeah,
you're saying that. So you're saying that every kid who gets taken care of like that from the age of birth
Every
to
kid,
18,
almost every kid does. You did.
yeah.
Okay.
So does he financially owe me?
No, he doesn't owe you anything. But you would assume
And that's
that
what you
if-
get for assuming. You make an ass out of you and
If you were
me.
to assume that if he were to become a multi-millionaire,
Oh, he ain't giving me shit.
That's bullshit, and you know because I'm a better person than you motherfucker.
What?
that's exactly what I'm saying. Why would you though?
Because he's the one who actually nurtured me into
Because he loves me.
being, yeah. And he's the one who nurtured me like my dreams were like, he's the one who pushed me into that.
Not to get too in your business and psychological,
Okay.
but if you Seabass became a multi-millionaire
Yeah.
and your mom was in the streets, you wouldn't help her out?
Yes, he would.
Yeah.
Don't answer. Don't be eye signaling each other.
I didn't.
Let's
answer.
discuss this.
I looked
Stop
up.
Okay, go
looking
ahead.
at each other and answering his.
All right, I'll turn the other way. Go ahead.
Thank you. Because and I'm not saying she was the best mom, and I'm not saying she was the worst, but she was still your mom, right?
Mhm.
So would you not?
That's why I said yes, I would.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. At one point in time,
But I'm different than Quentin. Have you ever heard Quentin Tarantino in a fucking interview?
And would you imagine being the mother that has to deal with that for 18 years?
I'm sure she doesn't have to deal with him anymore.
Let me ask you a question. Was his mother destitute? Because that's what you're talking about. You're
No,
like,
I have no
like-
idea.
You like to
I have no
compare.
idea.
You like to compare.
I have no idea.
Oranges and lemons.
But what I'm saying is, when you got that kind of dough, and at 50 years old to go on interview and say, my mom told me this once when I was in school, and ever since that day I told myself I'll never give her a dime, and I've kept my word for over 40, 50 years. She's never gotten a dime out of me. I mean, come on. First of all, that's your mom.
Well, it is your mom. But here's the other part of it. Our job is to, at 18, cut them loose, right? Oh, never mind. So our job is.
You might as well look in the mirror, kid, because I've been thinking about that conversation.
Yeah. So
Because
he paid rent.
come on, dog.
It's not paid for me.
Come on, player.
I pay my own car. I pay my
You
insurance.
play groceries.
I pay half groceries. Yeah.
You actually give him a certain amount of money for groceries.
Yeah.
And you give him a certain amount of money for rent.
Yep.
Would you accept that same amount of money from somebody renting one of those rooms?
No.
So you give him a discount.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. It's time to cut the cord,
It's
Mingo.
friends and family.
Hey, it's time to cut the cord, Mingo.
It's a little bit different than paying.
It's just a little bit, but it's still the same.
Well, no, I mean,
realm.
because it's more than 50%, right? I mean, you know.
You're still hooking him up. He's still not on his own.
Well, how's
sure it's
your,
not
21 years old.
yeah, I don't know.
21 years old.
80%,
I mean, it's
right?
about time he started to really know what the real world's about.
You got to leave. I'm just
See what I'm
kidding. Yeah, you know, the thing is that, I mean, if she had nurtured that to some degree, even
Hey,
though...
who
Yeah,
said
hold
she
on.
didn't?
Why do you keep interrupting me? I let you speak. What's going on here? So, if she had
He's not even
nurtured...
listening to you right now.
If she had nurtured that somewhere along the way, and she had helped them and said, okay, well, do this, and then you could do this, or whatever the case may be. But instead, she mocked him for what he wanted to do. She mocked him for his dream. And despite what she did and how she mocked him, he's still considered one of the greatest creative minds and producers out. Right? So why should he take from what he made of himself and give to her?
Despite or in spite of what his mother said.
Because she's still his mother that took care of him for at least the first 18 years
I'm
of his
sick
life.
of this conversation
So-
of having... No.
What?
I'm sick of this conversation of having to give back to toxic people. His mother was toxic to him. Why does he have to give back to his toxic mother?
Because the key word there is mother.
The word should be no. The answer should be no. You're right. He shouldn't because she was toxic. That should be your answer to me, not because it's his mom.
No, it's his mother. And if you felt that strongly about it, he should have never mentioned it. Because if she's so toxic and he don't want nothing to do with her, he shouldn't even be mentioning her.
I think somebody asked him about it. That's
Yeah.
why. But
Oh, that's a subject I don't discuss
let me throw this out there.
because she's so toxic.
But let me
According to
let me
Seabass.
throw this out there because
That's toxic behavior, Tony. Tell me I'm wrong.
because this goes back to a conversation that we had, kind of like, I don't know, like almost pretty much when you started with us, when we were talking about how you tip everybody and how you tip with an expectation. So in what you're talking about is, oh, well, I gave you life and I fed you, did this and this until you were 18. You owe me. Now, you didn't say those words outright, but you're saying because of the title that you hold as father or mother, that child owes you a debt of gratitude and if he's successful, should pay you. Now, that being said, that's the same way you tipped your barber because you say, well, fuck it. If there's a day where I'm running late or I got to go do something and he's closing up, I want to be able to show up and be like, but remember, I give you $100 at Christmas. Oh, okay. Yeah. Come on. See what I'm saying? It's not, you don't parent with the expectation of them being able to give back to you. You parent with the expectation of them growing and becoming great citizens and doing well for themselves, right? So she should find solace and payment in that and not expect anything from him anyways. Next subject, please.
Who says she's expecting a payment from him? No one's ever said that.
Her kid's a fucking millionaire.
What are you talking? So what's that got to do with it?
I didn't say she was expecting anything.
You just did. You just said she shouldn't expect anything from him.
Right. She shouldn't.
And nobody said that she does.
Well, I'm not
Nobody
saying
said she doesn't either.
I'm not saying that she in particular. I'm saying she is in general because you keep saying, oh well, he should because that's his mother. So you're saying that she should expect that.
When you are at that level financially, I don't think buying your mother a house somewhere, and if you don't want her in your life, that's fine. Buy her a house. Hey, here's your house for you. You're never going to see me again. Thanks for all that you've done, but I'm out. I don't see the problem in that.
Okay.
When you have that kind of money.
Okay.
Apparently you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stingy. That's all it is. You're being stingy. Just like with the tipping. You got a problem with me tipping, and that's fine. If you think that I expect something from it, that's fine. That's okay.
Well, you said that you
hold
do.
on. No, I never said that.
Sebastian.
But hold on.
Did he not say that he expected something?
No.
Yeah, because you told us
I
a
know.
story where you walked into your barbershop at closing time expecting a cut.
No.
Yeah.
Or that you would hope that your son, if he ever needed or was running later, so
that
would.
I said,
So you
but
expect something.
I've never expected something.
Sure you have.
Yes, I did walk into a barbershop when they were closing, like 10, 15 minutes before they were closing.
Right, and
They
in the
wouldn't
back of your
take me.
mind, you
No,
said yes.
they wouldn't
You
take-
said it.
no.
I'll pull that shit up. You
No,
said
you can pull
because
it up.
I expect.
No.
I was hoping in the back of my head. I was saying, man, I hope he remembers
Because-
that I
and
gave
You know
you.
what's
remember
fucked
that?
up? is You were laughing the whole time you were saying it too.
because what I said was I walked in there 15 minutes, 10 minutes before they were closing, and they wouldn't take me. That's why I stopped going there. And we got
but,
this.
but you said,
hold on,
but you said, but in the back
Who's
of my mind,
speaking?
I was expecting.
Who's got
I was hoping that
who's
he
got
would do
the
it, that he would remember.
Talking stick.
Go ahead.
Pacheco does. What I said was, I went there. They wouldn't take me, so I stopped going there because. And we even had this long discussion about closing hours. If you're going to close at 6, you need to take everybody up until 6. We had that long discussion.
Yep.
That's what it was about me walking in 10, 15 minutes before they closed.
Right,
Hold on,
but,
no, no, I
but you
still
might
got-
not remember. But you may not remember. But I'll pull it up for you. You did say I did have it in the back of my head though that I hope that he remembers that I tipped
No,
him. And
because
he would
I've
take
only
me.
been there once. This particular place that I'm
Okay.
talking about.
All right.
Sport clips.
Right. Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
But no, again, if you have a problem with me tipping, I understand. It's cool.
So we're going back to
got-
tipping, or are we going to stay on the subject we were talking
What
about?
subject are we talking about?
Quentin Tarantino not giving shit
Okay.
to his mom because
if you're a
she don't deserve it.
multi-millionaire,
Yeah.
I don't see. If you have a problem with your mother, I get it. If you feel this one time she disrespected you in your dreams, I get it. But she was still your mother from day one.
I would much rather give to an organization that's going to help people in my mother's name if that's the case.
Okay.
Not even that to make her seem like a good person. What the fuck?
I would rather.
I'm not padding her stats.
I would rather.
Wow.
If that was such a sore subject for him not say anything at all, I would have had more respect for him. I've lost
No,
respect
I have
for
more.
him because
I have
of
more
that.
respect for him now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that he's able to say it out loud, and that's good. I mean, it's a good thing that we're
Because
having
at that
discussion.
point, now it's literal fuck you money.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got it.
It's fuck you, mom. I got money now,
That's right.
and you
from
get
this little
none of
writing
it.
shit.
Yeah.
Mom,
Yeah,
thanks, mom.
and I'm gonna buy you this house. In
And I'm
spite
not
of
buying you shit.
it. Y'all got issues.
I'll ship you a parenting book from Amazon.
But Eminem did shit. Like he ended up buying his mama a house even after all that bullshit. He
See
reached
what I'm
out
saying?
to her.
Because he should.
Didn't she sue him?
No, she tried. Did she? Oh, she tried. I think she tried, but
He should
he got a different relationship. He's
respect
weak.
your elders.
Nah, he weak. He was weak-minded.
No,
Quentin Tarantino was like,
don't respect your elders when your elders are toxic, kids. You hear me?
Quentin
don't listen to
Tarantino
old
was like,
Pacheco over here.
fuck that.
yeah, he was.
You know what I mean? Hey,
I get it.
so there'll be one less plate at Thanksgiving. Or fucking invite her to Thanksgiving, then she can,
And she shouldn't go.
she'll go. She
She'll
will
go
go.
expecting a check.
Absolutely.
maybe
she
a tip.
won't.
Maybe a
she-
tip.
If he's not gonna hit her off with a house, he ain't gonna give her no money. Or
Yeah.
a car or anything.
You shouldn't. You could buy her a bus
I
pass.
think that's where
Are
we
you done
differ.
getting destroyed now, Tony?
I
You want to
think
move
that's
on?
where we differ. I mean, hey, I get it, fellas. I think you could do Zoom psychologist appointments now.
Therapy is what you?
therapy,
Yeah,
there
no.
you go. I'm just saying.
I'm good. I'm straight.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. Fucking if Quentin Tarantino says fucking he ain't got to pay, I'm right there too. Neither do I.
Again, if you got so much money and that's your mom, I'm just saying.
There's a reason it's called "fuck you" money, and I would use it as such.
But I think the problem, Tony, is that you're looking at it from the relationship you had with your mom, and that's totally different, dude.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? You can't quantify how he feels based on the relationship you had with your mom. We don't know what happened in his household. We don't know how deeper it goes than her saying, and this little writing thing you got going on. I'm sure that's the one thing that's stuck out in his mind that's probably really burnt him and stuck in his craw for a really long time. But we don't really know what that relationship was like. So yes, you say, yes, but that's your mom. Yeah, but you're looking at it from a rosy-eyed Pacheco point of view. You're not looking at it from maybe a man that was destroyed in his household by his mother.
Or maybe a man who drove his mother to destroy him in that household.
Oh, now it's the victim's fault.
But who's the parent?
That tried to do the best she could.
Okay, and? So she couldn't.
Yeah.
So why does she deserve anything yet again?
Again,
she
I'm not
failed
saying-
him as a mother. Why did she deserve anything?
Because she didn't fail him as a mother. Who said that? Maybe
That's what you just
tried her
said. She
best.
couldn't.
She tried her best. Her best wasn't good enough.
Well, there you go. That means failure. When you can't do good enough, that means failure.
Not unless your expectations are so far
Tony,
that
put the shovel down. It's over. It's over.
The expectation of wanting love, nurturing, and a little bit of, hey, you know what? That's really great that you want to do that. Is different, Tony.
Yeah, I understand that, but why can't you see what if that was the 50th time in one school year that this has happened?
It doesn't matter.
And she cannot continue to say,
Okay.
I want to nurture you, but you need really to study.
Okay.
You need to-
So, what's the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over again and
Right.
over again and getting the same result.
Right, so that's why
No,
she
so
changed it up.
expecting the same result.
That's why she changed it up.
How does she change it up? By telling him this little writing thing's not
Right.
going to work out for you?
Yeah.
That's not a change. That's coming from a place of anger.
That he drove her to.
He didn't drive her there.
How do you know he didn't drive her
Because she's
there?
the parent. She's driving the bus.
But she's
As a parent, you control the conversation. You control the bus. So if you allow yourself to get driven to that point, that's your fault. That's not the child's fault. Because you have to be the parent in the household. You have to be able to conduct yourself the right way in order to get there. Now, granted, I'm not saying that I've done that throughout my child's life. I'm not saying that I've been able to maintain that the whole time, but I see what my issue is and I can correct it. I've tried thousands of different ways to communicate with Milo because what I was doing in the beginning wasn't effective. So her as a mother continued down the same path.
I might even say that she could be saying the same exact thing you're saying right now. I've tried 1,000 different things. I've done this, that, and the other thing. And I bet after as many arguments, and I'm not saying you did have arguments, but as many arguments as you've had with Milo, he can nitpick one thing out of them. You might not think, I didn't mean it that way.
Absolutely,
or
he can.
You took it too far, or that was at the heat of the moment. And you'd be like, really? You're gonna wreck everything we've had, our relationship, over that one thing because I didn't really mean it. You took it the wrong way.
But the problem is that by doing that, saying what you're saying, is you're taking away everything he feels. So if I came to if we were having that argument and he said, "Yeah, but you said this," hey, you know what? I understand why you feel the way you feel. You're absolutely right to feel that way. Because you're right. I said the wrong thing. I never should have acted like that with you.
Okay,
That's different than what you're talking about.
No. I'm saying, what if she were to say that same exact thing you?
But
just
that's not
said
what
to
you
him?
said. I said it differently.
What I'm saying, okay, but what
80%,
if she were to say?
60%, I'm just saying.
What if she said that same thing to him?
Then it probably would have been a different outcome.
If he would have accepted that, as if Milo would have accepted
Right.
that.
But again, we're looking at it from our rosy-eyed perception of what our life is like and what our children are like, what your relationship with your children and what your relationship with your mother is. We don't know what his was. All we know is that during this interview, the one thing that he could reach back and remember that made him hold on to this was, as she said, and that little writing thing is not going to get you anywhere. That's powerful. And if you don't see that, and you don't see why that would keep him from giving his mom money, that's not good. That's bad, Tony. You should be able to see it. You don't see that?
No.
Nope. Has there ever been anything anybody's ever said to you to make you be like, I'm out. Fuck it, I'm done. I can't fuck with you no more.
Of course. But those are people that I don't have to fuck with anymore.
Right.
Not my parents.
You don't have to fuck with your parents either.
Nobody does. Well, what kind of person are you if you don't?
Healthy.
You could be, depending on what the situation
Yeah,
is.
of course. Yeah, you're right.
But that's my point. Is we can't judge him for what he said because we don't know the situation. Again, we're looking at it from the rosy-eyed Pacheco position, and the rosy-eyed Mingo position, and the beat-up, battered Sebastian position. So we don't have a clear viewing of enough information to come down on him to say you should give your mom money or you should buy her a house. I don't think it's that easy.
And exactly. You're saying we don't know exactly what happened there.
Right.
Why do you take the side of that one thing? Oh yeah, she don't deserve anything.
Because that's all we have.
Because
but that's not all you have. You also have the knowledge of knowing.
The knowledge of knowing.
She raised him up until he was 18 years old.
Because
why is 18?
But who knows how destroyed he was? And we go back to that conversation.
Because here's what I draw on when you ask something like that, is that as a person, the only truth is your perception. So if growing up and hitting 18 and now at the age that he is, perceived his relationship with his mother to be so ugly and so toxic and so unhealthy that he feels that way, that's his truth. Who are we to take that truth away from him?
We are, but again,
Pow!
Nobody said that that's how he felt. He just said, she told me this thing this one time, and that told me I'm not giving you a dime of my money. Specifically, she told me this one. So to me, every other day was rosy, except for this one day.
Really, Tony?
You don't know
everything. Exactly. You don't know.
You don't know.
I said that I don't.
Okay, so I choose to see all the days rosy.
Because again, you're looking through it through rosy Pacheco eyes and the relationship that you had with your mother and the relationship that you have with your children. It wasn't the same in his household.
You don't know that.
And you don't know that it was the opposite.
Well, but you know what, Tony? If it was rosy, he wouldn't have said that.
You don't know that
because again,
you're fucking delusional.
Because again, the only reality is his perception, and it's if he
only reality.
Hold on,
is
I'm not
what
done
he
talking.
Said in this interview,
right? Because he's talking
that's
about
all we know.
He's talking about his feelings and his emotion. Because that's what he
conversation he had with his mother.
Right, but that's what he draws back to. So
Okay.
that's his reality. And again, who are you to challenge that?
Oh, I'm not challenging that she
that's
said
exactly
that.
what you're
challenging it 100%.
I'm not challenging that she said that.
Well, I'm not challenging that you think, or that I'm not saying that you didn't think she said that. I'm challenging the effect, or that was the only thing that she said throughout that timeline that would make him or affect him the way that it did. And you're delusional if you think otherwise. Can we move forward now?
Yeah.
Cool. He's done getting beaten up. Let's go.
Oh, I didn't get beat up.
I guarantee.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. Between 4:30 and about 9 a.m. tomorrow,
There's gonna
you're
be
gonna have
three
all
live
kind of black
emojis,
eyes. That is a really interesting conversation, though. I mean, because there are ways to pick it apart completely. But again, it's not enough information to give a really clear idea of, or we don't know enough about what that relationship was or what that household was like. Fair enough?
Fair.
So, my sister had to stop at the casino in, is it Morongo? Yeah, Morongo, right? And because I guess they opened a Wahlburgers there.
Right.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
Did you try it out?
I've had it before.
Oh, what do you think? What do you think about it?
It's a burger spot.
Nothing special about it. Doesn't be like, dude. You
as far as a burger,
yeah,
no. It's a burger spot.
So
In-N-Out's probably, in my opinion, In-N-Out's probably better.
Okay.
I've had it before. They actually had one at my son's school. A Wahlburgers.
They had a Wahlburgers at your son's school.
Well,
okay.
It's more of student housing area where they had like restaurants.
Oh, okay.
So,
I didn't go to college, so I don't know what.
Yeah, me either. I mean, I visited.
Right.
The burgers. You could tell. I mean, of course, the meat is better than a McDonald's burger.
Right.
The bread is better than a McDonald's burger. But is it something like, oh my God? No. I think In-N-Out's probably better.
Really?
But
okay,
they serve tater tots.
Oh, I love tater tots on a side.
Now, I'm not a big tater tot fan. However, we tried the sample
platter.
select splatter.
Okay.
Regular tater tots, which were all right. This is what you get. They had this barbecue chicken tater tots.
Oh,
with
hell
corn.
yeah. We're going.
Oh, look at him, dude.
We're going.
Dude.
I don't give a fuck if there's corn on there. We're going.
And they had what they call a spicy tater tot, which I can't remember what was in it, and that was actually better than the barbecue one.
Really?
But they were both. I could have ate the tater tots as a meal.
Right.
Because it was shout out to Ivan and Marta. They took us.
Oh, nice.
Well, they invited everybody, but we're the only ones that went.
Right.
Dude, but the problem is, it took us like 45 minutes to get there. Because on Sundays, for whatever reason, leaving Palm Springs, heading west, dude, traffic. Like
Well, yeah,
crazy.
everybody's coming back from the river.
But I think we left at about 1.
Yeah.
Dude, crazy traffic. 45 minutes just to get there.
Wow.
And then another almost an hour in line for the food.
Oh, hell no.
In line, son.
And then you start to wait for them to cook it and make it and blah, blah, blah.
That wasn't too long because once you're sitting down and you conversate.
Right.
I think a lot of it had to do with short staffing. It just opened.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're still going through COVID.
Everybody's still trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, but again, the burgers weren't.
Just
But
a
them
burger.
tater tots, kid.
Yeah, my sister didn't have a good outcome. I guess leaving the place. She said she didn't feel good after she ate there, but it could have just been because she didn't really eat a lot of greasy stuff, so it may have been too greasy for her tummy. But she said that it was decent. It tasted good. She said it wasn't anything spectacular. Just
Yeah,
like
that's
everybody,
exactly. Yeah.
That's what everybody seems to say. Is
Yeah.
like, eh.
Not that great. I mean, I should say it's not that great, but was it worth an hour? And then 45 minutes to get there to get to it? Because that's what we specifically went for? Probably not. If we were already there, hey, I'm hungry after all this gambling, let's grab a burger, then it would have been, worth it.
Right. What about, have you been to, I believe it's inside San Miguel? casino. There's a George Lopez Tacos. George Lopez has a restaurant inside that casino.
Where's San Miguel's casino?
It's in Highland, I believe.
San Manuel?
Isn't that what I said?
You said
it's
San Miguel.
Oh, San Miguel's a restaurant, right? San Manuel?
And a taqueria.
Yeah.
No, I don't even know where the casino is.
No? It's nice. It's supposed to be really nice. They're supposed to be making it, putting in another big casino there and a hotel and stuff. So it's supposed to be a really nice joint, yeah.
Where's Highland at? I've heard of it, but...
So if you're going on the 10, and then you take the 215,
Okay.
and it's on that backside of that mountain is where the reservation's at.
What's that town back there? Up
Hi-
to 215.
I don't know, Highland?
No. What's that first town after San Bernardino? Major town.
Colton?
No. I'm not going up to 215.
Oh, no. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
San Dimas? Oh, no, that's further up, right?
Yeah. There's a town up there that's pretty popular. So I guess maybe the casino will be near that. But
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really nice up there. And then there's...
Ukaipa?
No, Ukaipa's off of the 60. Ukaipa's before you get there. When you're coming up over, and then you split to the 60. It's right there.
Okay.
Just after the split to the 60 on the 10. Yeah.
Okay. I'll figure it out one day.
And then in LA, there's Machete has a restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Wangs or whatever it's called?
Yeah. Well, then he's got Machete Tacos too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took a picture of the Wang place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I thought they were different people. They're the same.
Yeah.
But he's got a restaurant called Wang's?
Something like that, yeah. And it's hot wings or chicken wings or some shit like that. I'll look it up right now.
I know he's got like
He's got
donuts and coffee.
Yeah, donuts and coffee.
And he's got
A taco spot.
place. Yeah.
But I think they're bougie tacos though. Some of them are bougie tacos because it's Hollywood and shit. So you gotta.
I just heard an interview with him. He's got a new book out. That's why. That's the only reason why I know he had a donut shop and a taco place.
He's an interesting cat, dude. He had a really tough life.
Actually, I was talking to our buddy Rob, and Rob's not a fan of him.
No?
For whatever reason, I don't know. It didn't sound like he was.
Oh, I want to sit down and talk to Rob about that one. I didn't know about
But yeah,
that.
he like Rob, he has an interesting life.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be all detailed in this book too.
Really?
One, yeah.
Huh.
I think it's called like Trejo, My Life from Crime to Hollywood or something like that.
Okay.
Because he's made it pretty big.
Well, yeah, he spent quite a few years, I guess, in San Quentin. Back in the day.
I heard I could be messing this story up.
And he was a boxer in jail.
I think when he got out, someone hired him to be like a bodyguard. And for someone that was like in the movie business.
Oh, yeah.
And they were asking him questions about like a character that they needed. And they said, hey, you want to give it a try? And I guess he tried it. And that's how it started.
Got the bug. And
something
that was it.
like that. Something along those lines.
It's crazy, dude. You get right place, right time sometimes, man. I'm telling you. Right place, right time. I just want to know where's the right place at the right time for me, for Hollywood.
My wife used to work with somebody that looked just like him.
Really?
I think. Or was it a woman that looked like him?
Oh, shit.
In regards to the face, the acne. scars.
All pocked up.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't remember her name, don't say it. Jesus Christ. It's the last thing we need. Your wife's going to kick your ass. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, it's called Big Wangs or some shit like that.
Big Wangs?
Yeah,
That just sounds really wrong.
it does. I think that's the point.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to go and order shit from fucking... Hey, let's call anybody. Hey, dude, I'm heading down to Big Wangs. You want to go? Like, how is that? That's
No, that's not it. That's a different restaurant. This one's called, I want to say it's called Danny's Cantina in Hollywood.
There you go.
And
Dennis
it's got a big old picture of his face on the front.
There you go.
That's a big difference between Wangs.
Yeah, it is. I just remember being in LA and taking a picture of that fucking restaurant because it's called Big Wangs.
That's fucking hilarious. Holy shit, Sebastian.
I also heard
it's in the same area. That it's in the same little complex. That's why.
I heard another interview. You heard the music producers. Is it Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis?
Yeah.
I guess they came out with a new record,
Okay.
and it's actually their first. It's like theirs
Okay.
because they've produced and written for everyone
And
else.
does server.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were talking, and they had a couple of funny Prince stories. But the only thing that I remember is Sherelle, Saturday Love. Remember that song?
No, how does it go? I don't know why I don't remember it.
Serious?
Yeah. I can't think of
I'm
it.
not, I don't sing. So.
You can't just sing it, Tony. Come on.
Come on, give us a couple bars, Tony.
No,
You'll get up.
that ain't gonna happen.
How you gonna be a DJ and not fucking sing a little bit? Come on. What's it called? Saturday Love?
Yeah.
Oh, there it was. You got it? Oh yeah, I remember that song.
Love that you guys both played different parts of the song.
Let's get it.
Oh yeah, every fucking song started like that back in the day.
It's good to see you anyway.
Wednesday, Thursday,
Right.
Friday, Saturday.
So, funniest story.
Okay.
They had an idea for that day of the week part.
Okay.
Okay, for her to sing it. It's going to be her song.
Okay.
They decided to have it be a duet. Her and Alexander O'Neill.
Okay.
Okay, so do you remember the dude's part at the end? Or
Kind of, yeah.
She sings first, chorus, and then he sings.
Right.
They wrote her verse, and they wanted to get it on
Tape.
so they could start to work with it and stuff.
Right.
And they had Alexander O'Neill as well in the studio. So when she was done recording her part, he went in to record his, and they didn't have anything yet for his part. So they were trying to write some stuff up, and they were kind of losing time. And they said, just have him sing what she sang. The same lyrics.
Okay.
And that's how they kept it.
Really?
I never knew that. I looked it up today, and yep, same lyrics.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's bananas. And they said he sang it so differently than how she sang it that it makes it sound like they're totally different lyrics.
Wow.
Dude,
I never caught that.
I would have never caught that. That is so. I pull it up. I Google it,
Right.
and then as the song is playing, I'm reading the lyrics, and sure enough, when he comes in, exactly what she just sang.
Wow.
That is so crazy to me.
You think they could get away with doing some shit like that now?
No, like the Milli Vanilli thing, and no,
What a scandal that shit was, right?
it makes total sense
Yeah.
when you really see it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. You know Milli Vanilli are?
I've heard the name, but
A couple,
dude.
couple of Jamaican guys, right? Or were they?
Barbados maybe or something.
And they were real skinny, and they wore the real tight, the flared jackets with the shoulder pads and shit, and dreads, right? And they had
do
these.
they look like the jellyfish out of Shark
Yes.
Tales? Because that's what I'm imagining.
Yes. So they had 2 hit songs,
Dude, they had like
2 or 3, really big, huge, ginormous songs.
humongous.
Like they were like everybody. You turn it on and it was like right at the height of like when fucking spring break was
Yep.
big. So it was screaming out of every fucking cabriolet and
Dude,
everybody's fucking mini
bananas.
truck. Like it was huge, right? And they even had their own fucking dance and shit, right? And it was right at the height of MTV, so they were all over. Like the fucking song was playing every 20 minutes on MTV. Like there was nowhere you could go and not hear Milli fucking Vanilli.
All right.
Right? So at the peak of the height of their career comes out that
Hold on. They were up for the Grammy.
Okay.
and it comes out They weren't singing; they were lip syncing the song the whole fucking time.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of it.
They had other people who
Performed
overweight,
it.
didn't look good, and sing the songs, but then the
they were
videos were these
Yeah, because
dudes.
video killed the radio star.
Yeah, they needed they needed somebody to be the face of the fucking of Milli
Wow.
Vanilli.
And if you ever watch those like behind the music,
Yeah.
they did one on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was great too.
Really?
Oh, it was great. But they were saying when we were nominated for the Grammy, we were like, please don't win. We don't want to. Oh, don't win.
It's gone too
We don't
far.
win. He goes, and then we won the fucking Grammy. They're like, at that point, we knew it was just downhill from there because
Oh.
they were gonna find out.
Holy shit, dude. That's crazy. Fuck. But you know what? Back then, back to the heyday of MTV when it first started, there was the Eurythmics, Van Halen, Cyndi Lauper, Madonna, and Michael Jackson, and Twisted Sister were the songs, and Motley Crue, right? It was about 6 people that you could always see on there. Oh, and Devo.
Duran Duran.
Oh, yeah, Duran Duran. What's that song? I tumble for you.
Oh, Culture Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was always on. But it was like when the video came out, and it was just such a weird. It was such a different medium, and it got everybody's attention. And you could sit and watch your favorite videos all day long. Well, those songs, because they had to be your favorite because people were still catching up to what it was. And imagine back then there was so little hip hop that had broken through, some little rap that had broken through to the mainstream, that they had an hour show on fucking Saturday nights. Yo MTV Raps.
Wasn't it after school every day?
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I only had MTV like once a month for every 3 months or some shit like that.
But dude, we used to just sit there and watch it for hours.
Yeah. Or you could be on the phone with your girl over there watching it. You know what I mean? Clean up your room. It's on the fucking TV and music all in the same place. Like, what? It was fucking
Pat
crazy.
Benatar was hot on there.
Oh, yeah. And then, what was that song called? Wicked Games?
Chris Isaac.
Yeah. How did that fucking song go?
It was a slow song.
Fall in love.
Yeah. And you know what? In all actuality, yeah, because that was like risque for the time. It
Yeah.
was black and white, and a chick on the beach.
Yep.
And now,
And then it ushered in the era of I wanna sex you up. Right?
you know, what was it, Trip though? Too. If you remember a singer by the name of Jane Child,
Yes.
she had that nose ring that had a chain connected to her ear.
Yep.
And then she had like a spiked hairdo on top, but then it was long braids in the back.
Yep.
And that was so crazy.
Yep.
Dude, it was like, oh my God, she's crazy.
Well,
And now it's nothing.
You remember Madonna back in the day? She had fucking, or not, it's Cyndi Lauper. She had multicolored hair. She had Captain Lou Albano in her fucking videos. This fat wrestling dude, and he had some sort of piercing on his face that he would hang rubber bands from. It was really weird.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Well, and then she made a song for the movie with Woody Harrelson and, God, what's that girl's name? It's called Natural Born Killers.
Oh, yeah.
Julia Louise, no, not Julia Louise Dreyfus. Julia.
Child.
Anyways, she's real skinny, flat-chested, kind of not really pretty, but there's something about her that's like, she kind of hot. No?
Really?
Yeah, I thought so. Dude, when she came out in fucking Cape Fear with Robert De Niro, I was like, she could get it. And even in fucking...
Dog, you're dirty because it was that one part where he put his finger in her mouth. You're sick.
you were like, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Juliette Lewis.
Yeah, Juliette Lewis.
Yeah.
There you go. I was close. I was getting there. She came out with,
Hey,
with
that was
Woody.
Quentin Tarantino.
Was it?
Yeah.
She came out with Woody Harrelson in a movie called Natural Born Killers, and they made the music video to that song, and is Papa Don't Preach, right? Is that what it was?
That was Madonna.
Was it Madonna? Okay, then who was Girls Just Want to Have? Anyways,
That's Cyndi Lauper.
What's the other one that she did about her dad? Where Captain Lou Albano, Rodney Dangerfield came out in it.
I don't remember that.
And then they had the pieces of that movie in the video.
I'll be honest with you, I don't remember that. I just remember the only movie she did was for the Goonies.
Who?
Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper.
Oh.
You don't remember that?
She was in the Goonies?
No, she made
made
the
the
song.
song.
Oh, yeah.
So there's Natural Born Killers one.
How do I know that and you don't?
I don't know.
The fuck?
Never paid attention to that part of it, I guess. Whoopsie.
It's when they're riding their fucking bikes, right?
Yeah, but that could also be E.T.
Nah, I'm talking about Goonies. I remember that movie front
Goonies
to
was a
back.
good movie.
And then they had then it was, MTV had been around for a while and everybody's fucking making videos and Michael Jackson just came off a hot album and he was getting ready to release this new song called Thriller. And he made the longest video, most expensive video to that point. And was it 15 minutes long?
Something like that.
And he made like an actual small movie around his song.
Yeah.
And when it was previewed, everybody stayed home and watched it.
Yup, everybody. Like that was like the fucking talk of the town.
It was like 8 o'clock Friday night.
You couldn't go to school Monday morning and not know what the fuck happened. If you would have been the one dick that went to school and didn't know about Thriller,
Yeah.
you'd have been ostracized.
Dude.
Right?
Yep.
And I don't think ever since there's never been a video that ever had that kind of attention.
You're probably right.
I mean, there was just so much around that fucking video. It was so huge.
I remember the first time you made us watch that video.
Oh, yeah. That song is fucking, even now, dude. I mean, everybody has their issues with Michael Jackson or whatever the thought process is on that whole thing. But his music is so transcendent. It is so different. And I watched kind of a little bit of that movie, whatever the fuck it was after he passed away, and they were talking about how fucking nitpicky he was, how OCD he was about his performances and wanting to do shit. And I remember the first time it was a Grammy, it was 1984, right? Where he did the moonwalk for the first time.
I don't know if it was the Grammys, but it was a big show, yeah.
And he did that shit and he fucking slid across the dance floor backwards.
And something else that everybody watched.
And then fucked off and he did it forward and everybody was like, what the fuck was that shit? Everybody and their fucking mother was trying to do it.
Yeah.
Yep. At school, kids would be standing around fucking, oh yeah, popping and shit, and they'd start doing it. Man, you can't do that shit.
When he got pissed off at Slash at a live concert.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
What happened?
Because Slash just fucking went off on a solo, and it was supposed to end, and he just kept going.
Do you know in that song "Beat It"?
Yeah.
No, what song is that?
Right before the guitar solo.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever noticed a knocking.
Huh.
If you listen to the
Yeah.
guitar, you know what that
I'm
is?
listening. I'm hearing it.
They said that it was an accident that when somebody was somewhere, a janitor wanted to clean one of the places,
One of the studios,
and he knocked before entering because he didn't know if anybody was in there, and they kept that knock.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you ever listen to the guitar solo, right before the guitar solo happens, you'll hear a, and Quincy Jones said he kept it because for whatever reason it sounded right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right place, right time, right?
Exactly.
You can't fucking beat that shit, bro.
No, you can't beat it.
Yeah, that's right. Very, very nice.
Was
Is
my
that the Fleet
joke?
moment? Are we out at that point or what? What's going on?
Speaking of songs,
Yes.
I found this out about 8 years ago, maybe 5 to 8 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
5 minutes of funk.
Yes.
Do you know that at every minute point, it's a countdown? At the beginning of the song, the guy on like the robotic voice,
Right.
he says 5 minutes of funk.
Right.
And then after a minute, in the background, you hear him say 4 minutes left. And then after another minute, he says 3 minutes left.
I believe so, yeah.
Dog. when I found that out, I was dumb. I was like floored. I couldn't believe it. And this was like 5 years ago, 8 years ago.
Wow.
I was like, I can't. That's so smooth right there.
Yeah. And then who else did No Parking on the Dance Floor?
Midnight Star.
And then what's the other one? Operator.
Midnight Star. Midas Touch.
I gotta tell you, dude, it's a fucking funny as shit. And I always remembered this when I started radio because it fucking bugged the fuck out of me. I was a little kid and I remember the song Candy Girl. Candy Girl. Rock your world, whatever that was. And I remember listening to it on the radio, right? And I was sitting there, fucking, my finger was on the recorded play button because that shit came on. When that dude stopped talking, it's on. I'm going to get it. Fuck that dude. You need to shut up. I'm going to get it. Right? So I finally, and I couldn't get it. So I finally called the radio station. Hey, man, what's that song? Is Candy Girl? Yeah, it's a new edition. Yeah, but who sings it?
Are you serious?
New edition. Nah, for who sings it though? And he hung up on me, dog. And I was like, motherfucker, I want to know who sings that song. Took me forever to figure out. And I remembered that story and I took it with me in the radio and I thought, you know what, if a kid ever fucking calls me, I'm going to be as cool as I can with these kids. And if they're asking about a song, all right, cool, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean?
Remember the warehouse record and tapes?
Yes.
Dude, I could be in there for hours on a weekly basis. Just looking at stuff. And I remember this white girl walked in and asked the people working there, I want to get that cassette with that new song, UBLA. And they're like, UBLA? Yeah, it's on all the radio stations. They're like, never heard of it. She's like, yeah, come on. And I'm just eavesdropping. You know, UBLA. They're like, Illin?
Wow.
And she's like, Illin? And they're like, yeah, it's kind of slang. I mean, total white girl. And she's like, I don't know if that's it. They're like, well, I think that might be it. So this is it right here.
And that was before when they were like, when you would go into a record place or a tape place or a music place, they would have music player, like you would have like a cassette or a record player, and you could hear the album. Like they would have headphones for you set up so you can hear it. There's no way anywhere would ever set up shit like that anymore. There was a place in the Bay, dude, you would have fucking loved it. It was called Rasputin's. And it was a place where you go in. I've talked about it before because that's what my dad went to go get his dirty movies. But it was a place where you could buy new music. They had old shit. They had, like, I don't know, probably the size of the front room and the kitchen together, that long stretch, and another wall that way, another stretch that way. That was all records. It was all old school records, dude. And you could find records for $2, $3, $4 a piece, and good shit, dude. Like shit that people didn't have anymore. And they had one in Hayward, and they had one that was twice the size and double story, I believe, in Berkeley. I never got a chance to go to the one in Berkeley. I always wanted to go. I could never get up there to go. But you would have fucking loved that spot, dude. You could just sit there and go through records all day long.
I used to do Tower Records. If I ever got to go
in
to
LA?
Tower Records, oh, dude, hours.
Yep, just sitting there scrolling through them, right?
Yep. And then I remember when it. This is so. I mean, I'm dating myself so much. There was a machine that it had a computer screen, and you could make a cassette that they would mail to you.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
you could pick all kinds of songs.
Make your own mixtape.
Exactly. But it was, a regular cassette. It's not like they mixed it together. It was just one song after the other. I think you had like up to 15 songs, like 7 or 8 per side.
Wow.
And, dude, it was like $30 for a cassette.
Oh, shit.
But, dude.
And good quality, right?
Good quality.
Hi-fi.
All right.
But again, you had to wait weeks for it. And when it came in, oh my God, it was the best thing in the world.
So, you're too young to
Well, let's
ever
find out.
remember a TV guide. Do you remember a TV guide?
That was the little pamphlet, right? That you got.
It was like a little book,
Yeah.
and in there you'd have the little drawing of the turtle, and then you'd go through, and you know what I'm talking about, right? And then you'd go through, and then it would tell you what
What's
times
supposed to be
what's
on.
playing, kind of like the guide on Spectrum, right? So I forgot where I was going with it. So yeah, they had those books, and they had those books, and you could go and you could pick what you wanted to watch or whatever, and do all that shit. And I really don't remember where I was going with this story.
I don't either.
The TV Guide,
Yeah,
one of the most read magazines.
yeah, that and Reader's fucking Digest back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to you'd get that, and then sometimes you would get in there. There would be these it would be folded, right, and inside would be some record place where you can get like 30 songs or 30 records or 30 cassettes for a penny.
Oh yeah, the
wow.
publisher, not the publishers, the RCA Club or something.
There you go, RCA, and you can go through and you pick all these fucking
wow.
songs and send it in.
And just get it put on a record.
And
Or-
no, they send you they send you the full albums or the
Just
singles,
for a
whatever they
penny?
had.
What it was is like 10 cassettes for a penny.
Yeah,
But then
Wow.
you were obligated to buy 15 for regular price within a year.
I got my ass whooped one time. I had some cassettes show up, and what the fuck is this? I sent my penny, and it's okay. I paid for it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work out too well. It's all gravy though,
And then back to the TV Guide. Like you see, you draw that turtle.
right?
That turtle. It used to be for
Oh,
like
wow.
an art school. If you could draw this
Right.
turtle, submit it, and we'll evaluate it.
Well, that was like the one. That's where the one on La Bamba came on. I entered an art contest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the brother.
Yeah, I drew Woody Woodpecker. That's where that shit came from, man. So much. Oh my god, dude! Such a trip down memory lane. That's crazy.
Dude, and I think we spoke about this before about how you taking a roll of film to Thrifties.
Oh yeah,
Take you a week, 2 weeks to get the pictures back.
right.
Like I said, this cassette that you could pick the songs you want. It was like $2 a song,
Jesus.
and then again, you put 15 on. That's $30,
Right.
Probably plus shipping and handling. Have to wait 2-3 weeks for it.
Wow.
Checking the mail every day.
But you was the only one that had that tape, though.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what I mean?
Just what we used to have to go through. I mean, again, just sit there and watch MTV all day, hoping your video will come on.
Or waiting by the radio, for your song to come on to record it. Times was tough,
I remember, pushing play and record at the same time.
right?
Let me ask you this. I told them it doesn't work that way. They didn't believe me. Some cousins of mine, remember I used to get the double cassette tape player?
Yeah,
Whether it be a boombox or a home stereo, whatever.
yeah,
And so you would record from one tape to the next.
correct.
They felt, and dude, I was like in 9th grade. Whenever they were recording from one tape to the next, they would turn the volume up all the way loud on the stereo that they were recording off of,
Why?
because they thought
Well,
it was transferred that way at a louder recording.
right.
And I was like, I don't.
It doesn't work that way.
Exactly, because I remember when they were doing it, they used to do it in one of the bedrooms and keep the door closed, and the music was so loud coming out of the room. Then I was like, "What? What's going on?" Oh, we're making a tape. I'm like, "Why is it so loud?" Because that's how you got to record it. Because if you put it down low, it
It'll
won't
come out
record.
Then they had some stereos that had the little record volume that you could adjust it.
Okay.
And then they had the ones where it would 2 times the recording speed. So you'd play one and record it on that, and then you'd still have like half a tape left. You can flip it over. You got a whole tape on one side. Then you always had to clean the heads with alcohol. That way it doesn't eat the tape.
And if for whatever reason that tape came out, and you had to put it back in. You put the pencil in
Pencil
there,
and
spin it.
Memorex, dude. Memorex TDK.
Yep.
I remember I used to get these ones when I was in radio. There were these gray TDKs. They were the shit, bro. Good, solid quality cassettes.
I got the Maxell metal.
Oh yeah. Those were good too. And then they came out with the Memorex that were yellow and magenta. Remember those that were clear?
Yeah.
Fuck, we're old, Tony.
Fuchsia.
There you go. Isn't that the same thing as magenta?
Is it?
I don't know. Sebastian?
I don't know. What the fuck?
Well, you're usually the tiebreaker. Fuck, I don't know. Any final shout outs? Anything you got to say? Anybody? Anything? Say hi to your mom?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
She won't want to hear it after this episode.
Want to say hi to Quentin Tarantino's mom?
Nope.
Tony?
Today's my sister-in-law's birthday, Lydia.
Lydia, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lydia.
Thank you.
So this weekend we'll be going to her house for dinner. It might be a cross between her birthday and because my son's back. So
Right.
It's
a little family gathering for everybody.
We went out to dinner the night before with my mom, so he was able to see her then. My daughter's coming into town tomorrow
Ooh.
for that dinner.
Oh, okay.
Because that's actually my kid's godmother.
Oh, okay.
And then this weekend we're all moving in back. My daughter's got to drive back to. My daughter's got to move out by tomorrow.
Did you find her a new spot?
Dude. Long story short, and it's funny how
Right place, right time?
right place at the right time. My sister-in-law put out on social media, hey, because she knows a lot of people in a lot of places. Any of my LA friends know of anyone renting an apartment? My niece needs a place to stay for about a month or two. She's in a bind, da-da-da. Nephew Steven read it. He kind of knew what was going on, but didn't.
Right.
Read it and said, hey, I got a cousin that lives out there, which my daughter used to go to dance school with her. I mean, we know her. They grew up together.
Right.
So he contacted her and said, hey, Pacheco needs a spot to stay. Do you know anybody that's looking to rent a room? And so she goes, no, but I actually have a 2-bedroom apartment that the second bedroom I use as an office. If it's temporary, she could crash here. That's cool. I can help out. So they got in touch. So my daughter's actually moving in with her for about a month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So it gives you a little more time to find somewhere.
And here's the funny, this is where right place at the right time. Because last week, I think it was last week when I said I went to my goddaughter's birthday.
Yeah.
I was talking to nephew's sister, which is my niece. And so she was like, oh, did she find a spot? I know she was looking, da-da-da. And I was like, actually, your brother set it up. She's going to be living with your cousin, Elsa. And she was like, oh, my God, I didn't even think about that. That's right. She lives out there. So, again, it's one of those, somebody lives out there, but you just don't put two and two together.
Right.
So it's just the right place at the right time. So shout out to Elsa, letting my daughter move in. It's going to work out pretty well. We got to rent a parking spot, though.
Oof.
Yeah.
How much is a parking spot? Should I even ask? How much you paying for that?
I think it's going to be almost $200 a month.
Oh, that's not bad. Oh, plus her $240 at work, right?
No, because now the parking spot, it's like a structure, parking structure.
Oh, okay.
So she's just going to leave the car there during the week and then take the bus to work, take the bus home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So actually, I didn't even think about it that way. It's going to work out the same.
Yeah. That's saving $40.
Yeah, probably. Well, when you initially sign up,
Yeah.
it's like a $20 activation fee for your key card to go in and out.
Holy shit.
When you read the fine print,
Right.
that $240 turns into now $260. But anyways, it's going to work out.
Good.
So
It gives you a little more time to find something, a little more, and not get scammed.
One of those things. We just got to wait.
Did you ever figure anything out with your bank or anything to get that money back, or
Not that I know of.
you're just gonna?
I haven't spoken to her about it yet.
Okay.
More than likely, no. So I might have some answers for you next time, but
All right.
I doubt it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be tough to get that back, and he's just got to kind of ride it out at this point, right?
Pretty much.
We in the same boat, homie. We in the same boat. 2 different boats, but same boat. I'm right there with you. You know what I'm saying? All right, so no shout outs. Everybody's good. Everybody's covered.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, cool. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. We love you. Tell all your friends. And we still have some shirts left. If you guys are interested in buying a Madhouse Sideshow t-shirt, go ahead and hit me up at mingosmadhouse@yahoo.com or contacts with a capital C at thesideshow.co.
Or DM us on our Instagram at Madhouse Sideshow.
There you go. Plenty of ways to get in contact with us. I appreciate it. Love you guys. See you soon. Peace.